We all have this attachment, we all have this desire, this longing, right, for certain feelings. And when we actually look at everything, including another person, partner, including friendship, including our children, including our parents, including nature, what are we living for? Where's the majority of our emphasis being placed? Is it on the physical form, or are we finding balance between the physical and the spiritual? One thing we know about the physical form is that it's impermanent. Nothing is going to last forever. Even if it feels like the most amazing relationship in the world, even if it feels like the most amazing whatever, house, job, it's not eternal. Because we're human, so we keep feeding our desires and our aversions in the physical level because it feels real, but also we forget it's not going to last forever. But what does last forever? What is eternal? What is eternal is our knowing of our own soul's resonance. In every dimension and time, consciousness will know itself. Your consciousness will come to know itself. And that knowing is in a particular frequency, and that frequency is what is eternal. Are we living for this life and its impermanence, or are we living for our eternal soul, which is permanent? Imagine you had to make an investment. Someone gave you £10,000 and they said, invest it. They didn't tell you to spend it, they told you invest it. Investment means something small becomes something bigger, right? Would you be investing your £10,000 in something temporary or something permanent? This world is beautiful and is also full of distractions to make us forget and disconnect from our eternal soul, from our essence. This whole physical realm is designed to remind us and then make us forget, and remind us and make us forget, hence the cycles, hence the ebb and flow, right? It's like a light switch going on and off as we remember and then we forget. What are we seeking really is the remembrance of the sacredness, which is the soul. And that's a feeling that we get inside. We know that when we're connected. And it's not when we're connected to something external, it's only when we're connected to ourselves. And that's where the investment multiplies. It might be worth reflecting on how much energy you're giving to impermanent things versus permanent things. How much of your energy are you spending versus how much of your energy are you investing? Because when the balance is off, and we do need balance because we need to be able to walk in both realms, right? Physical and spiritual realms. But when the balance is off, what I've noticed is that's when you get the most craving and aversion. That includes going too much into the spiritual and forgetting that we also exist in this earthly realm. So it's all about this elusive thing that we call balance, which is actually impossible to find. It comes and it goes, it ebbs and it flows, right? The oceans, the seasons, the light, everything in nature that we admire, right, is going through this process of constantly trying to find balance. But the trees do not grieve when they lose their branches. They don't grieve when their fruits fall from the tree. But we do. And then we look at nature and we're like, wow, nature is so beautiful. Nature is so harmonious. Nature is so grounding. Nature is beautiful. I feel myself when I'm in nature, right? Because nature is reminding us of the beauty of impermanence. Most of the time when we feel really stuck, it's because we've come into a relationship with something and it's fixed. Some kind of belief system or emotion, and we've fixed ourselves there because we don't believe It's impermanent. We believe it's permanent. Nothing is. And that's why there's mercy. When we do this, we go into the spiritual heart, we go into the deeper dimensions of what we are. There's mercy there because the holding is permanent, right? The connection is permanent. It's always there. Connect to whatever you want. So find the balance and take the practical steps to look at your day, 24 hours in a day. Yeah, how much of your energy is going into the permanent things that are an investment in your mind, body, and spirit and soul, and how much is going into distraction, the place that we're really creating from and co-creating from, manifesting from, and actually maybe even operating from, is really the deeper realms. So think about what you want for your life, what you want in your life, what you want more of in your life. And what you want more of in your life are not material things. They are vibrational dimensions that lead to resonance, that leads to a feeling, right? And a thought. So what you're looking for is everything that you think you want more of in your life, right? Is attached to particular frequencies. And we feel deprived when we do not have access to those frequencies, right? But there's nothing blocking us to get access to those frequencies. When we get access and we start to feel into those particular frequencies of that relate to, they're familiar, right? They feel familiar. That's where you want to do the work. That's where you want to work. When your field is expanded and you're in an expanded state of consciousness and you're feeling into higher frequencies, don't just lie back like you're on a sunbed and be like, oh, this is so nice, great. And like everything goes off and you just like zonked out. You want to stay very relaxed, but you want to stay very aware of what? What do you need to be aware of? Simple. You only need to be aware of yourself. Be aware of yourself. What do you do when we access a particular frequency? What do you do? Watch yourself in the field, right? You'll notice there's some dimensions you go into and you can't settle there. Can't accept it. What's blocking you? Like, you be processing always so that you come to know yourself better. Maybe you move in a certain way, you make it uncomfortable for yourself, right? Maybe you start zoning out. The point is, it's like going into a sweet shop. There's every single, you love sweets, and there's every single sweet available, every single color available. How do you choose? How do you choose what you want? It's overwhelming when you go in the first time. You go into a sweet shop and you're like, I like sweets, everything's sweet. Everything that's sweet tastes good. And then you're looking at all the shelves and you're like, oh, bubblegum, oh my God, licorice, oh, piggy, those pink piggies, Percy bears, whatever they call them, Smarties, and you're like, I don't know, I want it all, but I don't even know which ones, and I don't know how much I've got to buy, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know if it's gonna like rot my teeth. So there's all this movement, but you're in a sweet shop. Candy. So how do you figure out what you want? Imagine you go to that sweet shop every day. You try a few things, you like the way they taste. When you go to that sweet shop on the 10th day, you'll know what certain things taste like, and you'll know what to reach for, and you'll know what you want, because you'll know how it tastes, right? Everything that you want in life, everything that you are seeking for yourself is a vibrational frequency, and it gives you a feeling. And you don't know what you don't want. You don't know what you want until you have that feeling, right? Otherwise, how do you know you want it? So you feel first. You get familiar with that feeling. You decide, you figure out how's it moving you. Can you be peaceful there? Are you peaceful there? Yeah? And when you're peaceful there, when you're still there and it's not moving too much, you'll know whether it's good for you and whether it feels nourishing for you or feels right for you. And then you'll know how to get access to that again. So it's practice, repetition, and feeling. And the sweet shop is the same. It's the same. It's your field. Sweet shop is the field. So let's go shopping. Let's go shopping. When you find a particular dimension, frequency you like, lay down, open your wings, absorb it, soak it up, accept it, understand what it means for you, understand how you're moving there, what it relates to, yeah? When you know what it relates to, bring it into your body. When it's in your body, it's more likely to start manifesting in the material realm. Let's get started. Let's get started and I'll guide you all through it as we go in. So just lie down, get comfortable. Thank you all so much for being here, for being present. While you're lying down and you're getting ready, just gently close your eyes and take a few breaths, a few deeper breaths than you normally would. And as you exhale, just let go of the day, let go of the week. The exhale really wants to empty you of the week. So as you exhale, follow the breath out and give your body some time to settle in. And as you give your body that time, watch your body settling. This helps you to build trust that your body knows what to do. And it drops you into a space where you let your body lead. So you gently and kindly watch your physical body as it moves, as it starts to find the ground or the bed, whatever you're lying down on. So all your focus right now is on your physical body. If you have any aches or pains, just notice where they are. And again, trust that your body knows how to dissolve these areas of tension and can dissolve them kindly in its own time. And your job is to witness the miracle of your nervous system. And we only can do that when we trust. We trust that the body knows what to do much better than we know in our head. And we're opening up our sacred space for healing, for nourishment, for holding, for support, for insight, for inner revelation, for deep guidance. We're opening up a space today to really connect with our desires. Connect with our desires and accept the feelings so that we can really embrace our fullness. We can embrace more of what makes us feel alive, what makes us feel grateful for life. We're going to start working in the hips and the pelvis, and we're going to be grounding any movement, releasing any tension that's stored in our hips, in our lower back, in our pelvic floor. Take a big inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Follow the breath down into your lower back. Do that 3 times. And slowly bring your attention down your body into your lower back. Just notice what's moving for you, how this movement feels. It can be physical, it can be also energetic. Just feel what's moving in your lower back. You might even be feeling into your kidneys, your adrenals. We're going to smoothen this area out because there's currently quite a bit of holding in this area. Calling for a release, emotional release perhaps. If you feel some emotions coming through your awareness, use your exhale breath to let them gently flow outwards. We're traveling down the right side, the sacrum. Just feel into that right side. You might notice the right hip starting to open, soften. This whole area down here in your sacrum, just bring your attention really down to the subtle sensations. What you're aware of. Are you more aware of the right or the left? What does the movement feel like? Collectively, what I'm feeling is quite a bit of fatigue, like exhaustion. So we're going to clear that out. That's trapped in the right side. We're going to move that out, and it's going to help you to feel a little bit more energized. Just track the movement, any movement you feel, and stay very still. And remember, your sacrum is connected to the whole spine, so also feel into your whole spine, because your whole spine is moving along with your sacrum. And we can do this much faster when you all place your awareness on the whole spinal cord. Notice it's one piece, it's like one beam of light. Yeah, let's go a little deeper into the whole beam of light. Let your spine move however it wants to move. It's going to have some releases up in the upper thoracic. You might feel that now, just the space between your shoulder blades. We've got some releasing happening there now. Really come into connection with your body. Be fascinated with your body sensations. That will help you to feel and help you to heal. When you're really fascinated by these sensations, Staying in connection with your hips. Really stay focused, everyone. Focus intensely and deeply. Now come into connection with your hips. Now, attuning the hips is very important because the hips are like the base of the pyramid. We need this to feel secure and stable, grounded, peaceful. So, say hello to your right hip and say hello to your left hip and welcome them back into your body in a really kind and intentional way. Feeling them, accepting them. The hips want to be by your side, literally supporting your entire structure, but they also need acknowledgement and they need reinforcement. So really owning, claiming your hips. Let them dance inside your body. Let them start to open and feel a bit more fluidic. But you're still in the center, aware of what's happening on the left and the right side. Much better. Good, much better. You might feel now you've got a better connection with your hips. Stabilize yourself, stabilize so that you're looking straight down your spine. You're really grounded, you're really focused on the sacrum, the tailbone. Good, beautiful. See, we're in deeper now. Find the tailbone. Feel deep inside. See if you can find your tailbone. When you find it, we're going to iron it out. The tailbone wants to be pointing down towards the earth. It's like an arrow. Yeah, point it down and really embed it in the earth. Good. Now let's grow some golden roots and ground so we can go deeper. Just visualize golden roots growing from your sacrum down into the earth. Let's all do this now together. And as you follow the roots down, the roots you're growing, you follow them all the way down because you want to see what they connect into. Make sure the roots connect into the ground, the earth. Visualize, I like to visualize soil. I like to go deep inside the soil. I can feel it's colder, it's dark. Then I go deeper, I go down, because we can find ourselves grounding into other people. Grounding into other things. Yeah, so really get that earthly connection. You might visualize your favorite place, your favorite garden, your favorite forest, whatever it is that is literally earth. It reminds you of earth. Nourishment comes from drawing up this earth energy through our channel and being a circuit for divine flow, divine energy with the crown open. But we have to have this anchoring to open higher. Good, keep going a little bit more. Spread the roots when they're dropped down and they're in the earth. Spread them so the roots come all around you, including the back side of you, behind you, like a tree root, like a really old tree. And they're really plugged into the earth, and they're very deep and they can't really be moved. It would take a lot to move them. Good. Now you feel you've got this anchoring. Soften your body. We're going to iron out everything above now. So we're going to really relax, really become still, and become very aware of the center of your body, your spine. So you're going up and down your inner vision, really slowly going up and down and going, okay, Where's my center? Am I really focused? Yes, better. Am I really focused on being in my center? Good. Now you've done that, we're much more still. Relax your back, soften your shoulders, soften your arms, let everything rest. And start to, the shoulders want to open, melt down. Let all the tension from your shoulders just melt down into the earth. Let the sensations on patterns unwind and dissolve into the earth. Focus on the stillness that's behind you. Good. Very good. Feel the stillness. We're going to do a bit of work with your necks. Just releasing any stored tension in the neck, the base of the skull. This will also help you breathe deeper. We're going to open up the right side and the left side of the base of the skull. The right side is opening nicely. Left side a bit tight. We stay here a bit longer. Good. Okay, now everybody come down the body, come down into your womb. There's a lot of activity and activation in the womb space today. So we're going to go into the womb space, we're going to bring some peace. Feel deeply into your womb. Start to travel inside. Feel down into your pelvic floor. Your pelvic floor is there waiting for you to connect. Just feel into the pelvic floor. Good. As you feel into your pelvic floor, be as soft and relaxed as you can, and also be curious as to the sensations down in here. Pelvic floor is a great teacher, very powerful mirror. And our pelvic floor reflects back to us our personality in this moment. So have a look at yourself and just ask yourself, can I open up a bit more here? For myself, within myself. Can I open up this really sacred womb space? Do I feel safe right now to explore the edges, to look into the spaces I haven't looked into? Can I go there with my heart open, just feeling deeper inside this pelvic floor? Where the walls once were, you can go slightly beyond it. What's beyond it, where you thought the wall was? And you kindly explore the space. It's like a very deep internal dance. When you feel you're exploring, you can start to push a little bit, like widen the walls, so you give yourself more space. So this pelvic floor goes from being a little bit constricted and tight, creating some tension and a lot of activation in the nervous system. Now you're like, oh, what's beyond the walls? Let's explore. And you go down, you start opening up this space. Beautiful. Open it horizontally, left and right, like the horizon of the sea. Imagine you're at the beach, you're watching the horizon. You open up that way, yeah. And really feeling what's happening inside you physically, what's happening emotionally. Finding the places inside where you could move even more kindly, even more slowly, and even more deeply. Good, we're in quite deep now into the beautiful space of womb. And if you just steady your breathing here, you'll notice that there's no mind, there's no stories. It's just like an empty space. It feels familiar to you. To be in here with no narrative, no story, no memory, just awareness itself. It's a very, very beautiful and healing experience of being in peace within yourself. Enjoy your peace and claim your peace. This space is inside you. And when you enjoy being inside yourself in peace, you can create peace in the world. And you create the peace for yourself. And peace is permanent. Inner peace. This space that you're in right now, it can be whatever you want. You could fill it with anything you want, anyone you want. And you can also keep it empty and spacious for you. So go ahead now and thinking about what I said earlier about feelings, certain feelings that you long to have. Whether it's this feeling of childlike excitement, hysterical laughter, wonder, connection, love, creativity. What is it that you know you want to plant seeds for more of in your life? What makes you feel more like you at your deepest soul resonance? What makes you feel at peace? What makes you feel close to home, close to the universe, close to God, close to yourself? All these feelings, they dance inside you and they say, pick me. We sometimes pick the wrong ones. We pick the ones that are loudest, not often the ones that are quietest. Sometimes the ones that are quiet are a bit scary because we've not been there for long. We've not been there ever. Start to pick out the particular vibrations. Deep in the space of womb, the creative portal, pick out the particular vibrations that are maybe a bit more quiet, maybe a bit more mysterious, maybe require you to have a bit more trust and faith. And when you feel into one, make it come alive. And the way you make it come alive is by you feel it, you know it's not threatening, and you open your heart to it. You open your heart to fully accepting that feeling is yours. And you'll see spirals of light that start to dance around whichever vibrational space you're working with, you're feeling for yourself. Because you are that light that's spiraling. You are the consciousness and the light that is spiraling through this particular frequency. Feel it in your heart. Feel how your body responds to this. Have you picked what's right for you? Have you picked what's right for your soul? Do you love yourself enough to choose the frequencies that are most familiar to your soul, not your ego? This is where the true self-love comes through. Feel your heart opening and spiraling. This is the longing to feel. This is the potency and capacity to feel. It's in the spiraling of the heart, the openness. And all you have to do right now is love the fact that your heart is open. Just love that feeling. When you love that feeling, your heart learns it's safe to open. And you'll feel brave and confident, and alive, and kind, and full of love. And don't worry for now about what any of that means. It's just a feeling. Seek the feeling within yourself. And you can bring this to then anything you do and anyone you meet, because you have it inside you. And it's not attached, this feeling of open-heartedness and love and this light, it's not attached. You can feel it and see it right now. Like, it's not attached to any story, it's not attached to any person, it's not attached to anything material. It's pure light inside you. That's it. And the quicker we come to accept that this is how simple life is, the quicker we make life simple for ourselves. So rest here, everything that you have been going through, everything that has tired you out, let it all rest here. And we do that by focusing completely on the space, the emptiness, feeling the heart and the light, watching the movement without the story. Just breathing in this space. The breath is more nourishing. It's breath coming from a different place. So breathe here. Beautiful. The field is now wide open. You're going to start feeling a how do you say it? Dissolution a dissolving. You're going to feel a dissolving of your boundaries and constraints as you expand into the empty space. There is nothing to do, just to watch. There is infinite space available. It's all open. And you can open and watch. Watch how you open. When you watch how you open, you will learn how to cultivate the conditions that support your heart to open, that support your spirit to be free and connected, to take up your space in your own life. Good. Beautiful. We've created like a line, like a horizontal line, but it runs all the way through the world. Kind of like the equator. Like a invisible energetic equator. So our collective energy is like, it's created a midline for the world. When you can see yourself here and the significance and the power that you have to hold that line in the world, for yourself, and how good it feels to do that, you can have more of a contrast when your ego stuff gets in the way and makes you feel small, powerless, because you've had these experiences, right? You've tasted particular vibrational dimensions, so you know what you are and you know what you want. So when the small you is in suffering, you also have some context. You have a way back to what you truly are. There is now big healing happening through the core, stomach in particular, stomach and the core running through the chest, a big purification. Feel into your own stomach and just notice what's happening. Good. Feel into your chest. The left side of your chest. And let it flow right through you. Good. Good. I'm checking you all individually. You're all doing so great. Doing really, really beautiful work. Good. And look how we've stayed so open. It's brilliant. So you are all very comfortable in this frequency, in this space. You can stay open here for longer. You feel safe in this space. So tell yourself that inside, like, you know who you are, you know what you are, and you feel safe in this expanded state of consciousness. You know what you're here to do for the world. Got to remind yourself now and again, because this world can make you forget truly what you are all about. You can remind your ego, keep some balance. We're going to now work with the throat. Throat is calling. I'm going to open up the throat space. This is very important, the throat space, because it's so easy for it to get blocked and it's so hard to open. But it's actually a really important place in the channel for crown energy to come down and for heart energy to go up. So when the throat and the voice is blocked, it can create a lot of problems. It's also the site of our thyroid, so it can affect also our hormonal balance. So we're working with the throat right now. Feel into your own throat. Notice how it feels. You're going to feel some tugging to the right and pulling and some kind of twisting sensations. It's all safe. It's a big clearing happening on the right side. Clearing and healing and a reconstruction of the right side of the throat. There's something stuck in there, so we're going to dissolve it. You might feel it. It's like a ball. It's a bit stuck. Just focus on the ball, everyone. It's like a little ball of like a concrete. And we're just going to see it turn to dust. Touch it with your hands and it will start. It's like dusty. It's like a mothball. So if you just visualize yourself touching it with your hand, and then like you're touching this boulder, but the boulder's, it's all coming apart like dust. And we all do that together, and it will dissolve this. Nice. Very nice. Make sure we get every last bit. Yeah, we've done like 80%. Yeah. Good. Let's keep going. We're 90%. We've got like just a little bit left. Very interesting. It's getting clear now. I hope you guys can really feel that. A little bit more. Nice. Right, that's done. Feel into your throat now. Should feel much more open, much more available for energy to flow through. You should feel more comfortable in your throat. Great work. Good, good, good. Relax. Relax, relax. Relax to let it all, to accept it, you know? When you're still, you're accepting. Okay, relax the back of your head, the neck, shoulders. We're going to do some cranial work to release the tension in the cranial area and open the crown. Feel into your face. Your face is going to start feeling like it's being pulled apart, stretched. It's like face yoga. Just go with it. Go with it, soften into it, yeah. Just feeling now into the back of your head. I'm going to open this whole space up. Give you loads of space in here. Sometimes our cranium can become a bit like a cage. We don't even know why. And it affects how we hold our stress in our body. And we just need to give ourselves a bit more headspace. Yeah, so you can feel that in your forehead now opening. Good. Now just see if you can tap into the crown space. But stay low to the head. We're not working in the upper crown just yet. We want to go from the base. So just feel into the top of your head. Feel into this area. Yeah, you see this area is all, it might feel solid, but I mean it is solid. But on a deeper realm, it's actually not. So just feel that there is solidity there at the top of your head, but there is also fluidity. And when you start connecting to the fluidity, it's like, oh, so the top of my head feels like jelly, and that's because you're connecting to the crown field and it starts to open. It starts to open, it's like a breath of fresh air. You see, we need to it's like having a house with all the windows closed. Sometimes you need to open all the windows, get things flowing again, breath of fresh air. You want to open up the crown, feel into your own crown space, accepting all movement is healing, and trusting all movement and sensation. I'm going to open the beautiful crown, connecting high above. Visualize your star, like usually you have like an ancestral star. You can also visualize the moon. The moon is really beautiful to connect to. You can go as high as the heavens, you go as high as you want really. There's no real limit. You just turn your inner gaze upwards. And stay very focused. Can help to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. As you connect upwards, you don't let yourself get distracted by anything down below. Just keep going up till you find your star. Through the dark night sky. You go up. Knowing with a knowing that what lies above is for you. It is also waiting for you to connect, to come to know yourself, how high you can go. So you reach up, knowing that it's easy and it's natural, just the way you grounded and you reach down and you grew your roots, knowing that that's natural. You also go up and open the channel above, knowing that's natural. Good. And you accept this part of yourself and your power. When you have this channel, which you all do now, open. When you have this open, get a bird's eye view and get a view of the whole as above and below, and then where you are in the middle. And when you see that you are like a long line, channel of light, can start to draw down through the crown, the cosmic energy that's above there. You can draw it down with the inhale, draw it into your chest, into your heart, and exhale down into your roots. And as you do that, you purify your channel, especially when your heart comes to love this experience. When you do this with love, and devotion and wonder and gratitude. It purifies your whole channel. This is what makes you feel truly like alive. Yeah, don't forget to exhale down. Don't keep too much in your heart, because your heart will become heavy. Yeah, be light with your heart. Be light. Remember the lighter times. The lighter times are actually always there inside you. So when you remember the lighter times, you see your heart can soften. Softening in the heart, letting go of where you've placed the armor, the protection, melting into your own heart. That's it. Beautiful, beautiful. Everyone, you see now we're going deeper into the heart, softly and kindly, see? Breathe, we're in really deep. Breathe. You're doing so good. Yeah. Feel the peace. Peace. The peace is all yours. Bring it to the center of your heart. Good. We're going to create like a structure, which is like a gem, to remind you that the peace is always in your heart. I'm going to put like an emerald, a green emerald. You can visualize the most beautiful green emerald in the heart space. Is to remind you when life gets too heavy and you're carrying too much heaviness in your heart, this emerald structure, it will glisten. It's already glistening, and it brings through a lot of remembrance and wisdom and peace. Keep it, it's moving around a lot. Let's really anchor in the center. If you're feeling like a strong emotion in your heart, see if you can just allow it through you, however it wants to come through. And if you feel like you can feel the emotion but you don't know how to let it out, go inside it and breathe there and look around. When you look around, you see yourself. And then you'll see, oh, how can I be kinder to myself in this place? Because these emotions, we project them to other people because we want them to be kind to us. But we have to start by learning in that space how to be kind to ourselves. By going there first, by being brave. Yeah. This is where the true self-worth is coming from. When you go there first for yourself, simply because you love yourself, you feel there, and you go, I'm worth it. I'm worth bringing the light in here. No one needs to do it for me because I'm willing to love this. I'm willing to love myself. This also makes it easier for everyone else to love you, because there's less barriers to entry. You can see that clearly. So now we're open. Great. Beautiful. Feel how much more open that is now. How much easier it is to be in the heart. Good. Feels like a big empty space now. Just easy, right? Open, easy, light, beautiful. So much lighter. Great work. Woohoo, now we have a cosmic party. Hey. See, now it's a cosmic party. For real. You see? Cosmic party is a great feeling. It's a bit like you feel like you're in a bit of a joke, like a bit of a cosmic joke. It's like an inside smile, you know? Again, it's familiar. You all know this feeling. It's like a kind of a ecstasy. When you feel this ecstasy, there's nothing that feels better than this. Nothing. This cosmic ecstasy is here in your heart. And it loves to be what it is. It just is. It doesn't have a beginning, it doesn't have an end, it doesn't have a reason, it doesn't make sense. It's just the frequency of light. It runs right through your core, you can feel it now. And when you learn how to worship this, you learn how to really master your own inner world, because you're worshipping the deepest part of you. Your deepest soul resonance is peace and ecstasy. And this is really what you have to bow down to, because that is the gratitude. That this is inside you. We're never going to find this anywhere else. So when you find this feeling inside right now, it's alive, it's moving. When you feel it, bow your head from the inside. Why? Because when you're humble in this frequency, it starts to make it a bit more permanent in your field. Why? Because you are showing yourself that you believe in yourself and that you believe in this divine light. And when you bow down in humbleness to this, it's a very, very deep and sacred place to be. And it starts to become a place that you can live a little bit longer each time. It's not a 24/7 permanent state, but your reminders get deeper and your remembrance becomes a worship. And your worship is a practice. And practice pays off. Opening your heart to this part of you with gratitude, with humbleness, and with a longing and desire to remember yourself, to keep finding your way back here. This is the eternal place, the permanent place. You'll always see yourself here, however and whatever form you take. You will see the way you dance here, the way you love here. So bless yourself from this place. Bless this person that you've created in this timeline, this personality. Bless him or her from this deeper place. And forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, because while you're blessing yourself, you can see that you are just a fragment of something much bigger. So you deserve kindness and forgiveness. You're forgiving the ego, which is a Very powerful thing to do, just forgiving. Forgiving belief systems that you've held against yourself unknowingly. Forgiving the ways in which you've limited yourself without realizing. Forgiving times when you haven't fulfilled your true potential because you didn't know what it was. Forgiving anything and everything that is in your way, that you feel is in your way, and you perceive it in this form that it's in your way. Just forgiving. Forgive yourself first for your own perceptions, which are inherently limited, as all perception is. And forgive your limitations to become the unlimited. And as you bless yourself, give yourself grace. Give yourself understanding. Because that's what you're here to do. You're here to learn. And so that's what you're doing. And this brings in a lot of self-love. Good. While we're in this beautiful place of gratitude and connection and love, we can just say a prayer for ourselves, our families, our friends, our communities. Pray for all people all around the world. A prayer for the old, a prayer for the young, a prayer for everyone, the babies yet to come, a prayer for those who have left us and crossed over, a prayer for the ancestors, because everything is here right now in this space, everything is available. And the only thing that we can really do is just to pray. We share our heart, we share our prayer, we share our acknowledgement of everything that makes this space, makes this world connected, everything. Share a prayer for breath. We have breath. Share a prayer for nature, the mountains, the rivers, the oceans that never give up on us, the forests, the jungles, the animals. We share a prayer for everything, the sky, the earth, the fire, the space, the light. We open our heart to everything, just to share the prayer of peace, really. Share the prayer of peace in the face of everything. We pray for balance within and balance externally, balance in the world, balance in everything we do, balance in our mind, balance in our relationships. We pray that we find balance in our bodies. We find balance in this world. And we just open up to this peace that's here. Take 3 deep breaths, inhaling in the peace. Exhaling creates even more peace. Peace is infinite. Feel the web. Inhale. And gently exhale. You see, nothing goes anywhere, we just dance. Everything is connected. So dance with love and with peace. Be still. Breathe one more time. Inhale. And gently exhale. We're going to slowly come back. While keeping the connection inside. Coming back to our physical body. Space around. And then slowly coming back